In a game filled with hammer horror, one mission stands out the most. It's a supernatural thrill ride that I've been waiting for a long time. Donna Beneviento's mission is the scariest, and while Demetrius gets all the popularity, Donna is my girl. She's probably the most mysterious character in the game. She's right up there with Miranda, and everything we learn about her is through text. In Luthier's home, not too far from the Beneviento's estate, there's a journal he left that gives us a glimpse into Donna's life. She had always feared others due to a scar across her face. It made her feel less than everyone, so she kept her face covered. And after her parents died, she completely locked herself away and only communicated with Angie, which was a doll her father made for her. Luthier would explain that after some time, Donna had changed and the two had a great conversation. She seemed happier and even Angie seemed livelier than before. And in that conversation, she mentioned that Mother Miranda had given her a gift. This gift was the Cadeau,
that alive?
Which is part of a mega musite. For each person, the gift is different. Donna was granted great power, but it wasn't without side effects. I believe there are two reasons why she wore that mourning garb. One was because she never got over the depths of her real parents, and second, the Cadeau had taken half of her face. And like the scar before it, she just didn't want anyone to see it. At some point, she was able to share that Cadeau with her dolls. Angie was given a large amount, and she acted as Donna's more aggressive personality. And looking at some of her interactions, being locked up her whole life, she seemed really socially awkward, even to the point where she was annoying some of her siblings.
I want to see. He's awake.
Brother, shut the fuck up!
The Beneviento's estate was beautiful. It sits on the edge of a mountain, and it has a waterfall flowing behind it. And as you can see from the inside, that even though Donna was isolated from the world her whole life, she was never really alone. She had thousands of little friends here to keep her company. In the last page of Luthier's journal, he mentions that Donna had him plant some yellow flowers on Claudia's grave. These flowers can be seen in the estate where it looks like Donna was studying them. The pollen is a hallucinogen that if you inhale it, she can make you see what she wants you to see. And unfortunately, that was the end of Luthier, as he was lured to the estate with the promise of seeing his family again, for him himself to never be seen again. I like to think that Angie wasn't Donna, almost like a Hulk and Bruce Banner thing. Like the Cadeau really brought to life a separate entity and Donna couldn't control it. But at the same time, they're still linked to the point where if one dies, the other will too. Why do I feel this way, you ask? Well, Donna's background, I just feel like she wasn't capable of killing on her own. We know when Mother Miranda gave an order, they all had to follow it. And I feel like Donna was just way too gentle. When we finally meet her, she says this.
Don't leave. I can't let you.
This is not aggression to me. This is more of you can't leave the house or I'll get in trouble type of thing. Similar to Evie, where I feel like the child was trapped in an adult body, I feel like it's the same thing for Donna. I don't think you go from being scared of people your whole life to inviting them over to slaughter them. Or I don't know, maybe you do. But this actually really makes me sad. The expression of shock on her face when Ethan stabbed her was heartbreaking. It was like in that moment, she was human again, and she realized that that was her end. If only she knew how special she was, if only she knew how beautiful she was, she could have made friends and developed socially, and she would have been able to spot Miranda's treachery a mile away. The Beneviento's bloodline would have lived on. Donna's my favorite lord, and I wish we would have got more into her life. We do know close to the end of the game, they shared that Donna was close to perfection, and according to Miranda, she was the closest thing to the perfect vessel for her child. I wish Resident Evil Village was more like her mission. Again, it was the scariest mission, and it was a thrill ride all the way through. I feel like Donna only killed because she had to, because Miranda was looking for the perfect host. Donna Beneviento, master of illusions, but could not see past the illusion she was in herself.